Good afternoon. I am Robert Davis, Director of Public Utilities for the City of Cleveland. I'd like to thank you all for coming. I want to talk a little bit about the Cleveland water system, real briefly. Cleveland water system consists of 5,300 miles of main, 430,000 service connections, 70,000 hydrants, and approximately 83,000 valves. So we are a pretty big system. When we see extreme cold temperatures like we've experienced over the past couple of weeks, we also notice some increase in water main breaks and frozen pipes and frozen meters. While this creates some inconvenience to our customers, it is something that we plan for and are accustomed to dealing with each and every year. We have been somewhat fortunate over the last couple of winters because they've been quite mild. This is not the case in what we're experiencing this year. So starting sometime in the middle of December, we noticed an increase in the number of calls to our 24-hour emergency line. We want to assure our customers, however, that we're prepared to deal with the increasing number of water main breaks. We have increased our staffing levels in the field. We have increased equipment and vehicles, and we have stocked up on pieces and parts, valves, and others, clamps, sleeves, and those types of things as we get ready for whatever this winter brings us. So with me today, I am joined by Commissioner of Water, Alex Margevicis, our Chief of Distribution and Maintenance, Kim Thompson, to answer any questions that you may have with regard to the cold temperatures, water main breaks, winterizing your homes, of things of that nature. So with that, I'll open it up to any questions at this time.
So can you go over how many water main breaks are out there right now and what crews are available to work on them?
Yes. Commissioner?
Thank you. Yeah, for a little bit of perspective, in the summertime, we average maybe about 3 main breaks a day. Now it's on the order of 5, 6, 7 a day perhaps. And we have 15 open water main breaks as we speak. There are other types of jobs that they are working on, but 15 main breaks. And we have 24 crews spread over all the different shifts working on main breaks and other repairs to the distribution system.
Is this affecting anybody in their homes? Any water people can't drink? Any water pressure off?
Well, water main breaks themselves, like all water main breaks, there's a little bit of inconvenience. There's a number of hours, maybe 4 hours plus or minus, while we have the main shut down and affect the repair. So there's no difference there. No boil advisories to date on any of these, so the water is safe once it does come back. We do recommend precautions. Not just water main breaks, but service connection freezing and or plumbing inside the house and or burst meters all can occur. We're seeing a little bit of an uptick in those numbers where customers are reporting. So we encourage everybody, if you've ever had a problem with frozen plumbing inside your home, take some precautions. We got a slew of recommendations on our website. The main thing is try and get a little bit of heat to those cold areas. If you got plumbing running through a crawl space, try and get some heat down there. If you got a wall that you know that's poorly insulated, where maybe got bathroom plumbing running in it that can freeze, maybe run a little trickle of water through that sink, for example, to keep the water moving. If you can keep a little trickle moving, that'll usually prevent freezing. So we do encourage folks to take those precautions.
For the crews who are out there working and it's so cold out, what are they going through and how are they staying warm?
Kim.
Yeah, they don't. Our crews are very used to this. Every year living in Cleveland, we have worse winters and good winters. The last couple were good, this one's not so good. They're given a clothing allowance and we provide to our safety department things that they need. Their clothing allowance mostly covers their Carhartts, their heavy duty clothes and layers. Basically, one of the biggest things that is they have boots and they have go bags. They have bags they carry with them. which have extra clothes in them, because they don't know if they're gonna be out there for 8 hours or 16. So they stay on shift, they may get in the truck, they may change and get back out there. Hard hat liners, helmet liners, their boots, we have ice spikes that go on the bottom of their boots, because if you ever worked around a water main, the whole outside of the water main is ice. So one of the biggest things, we salt them, carry salt in the trucks, and we ice them. We give them nitro gloves, rubber gloves, so that their hands don't get wet. And the outer gloves that they then wear, they can change out in the trucks. They keep it up. Even our equipment, we have issues with it freezing in this type of weather. So we take precautions of keeping it in warm places, actually storing some of it inside the trucks where the heaters run. So, yeah, it's just bitter cold, and as cold as you think it can get when you're walking down the street. Consider these gentlemen and ladies who are out there, you know, they're working in water, and it's just, you know, intolerable at times. You know, one of the big things we do ask is that people take that into consideration when they're out driving and they see our trucks with flashers or any of the utility trucks, because there is an icy patch and an icy area. And by just keeping them safe and keeping themselves safe at the same time. So we always try to push that through the media if possible.
So then is it safe to say, and you've kind of already said this, but this is the worst that you guys have had to deal with in at least a couple of years?
In 2 years. The 2 years previous to that were polar vortex winters and odd winters, you know. We're hoping that this doesn't get to that. Right now it's a very cold winter, but nothing that we can't deal with.
And it doesn't look like there's gonna be much of a break anytime soon, at least in the immediate forecast.
Correct, and that's what we have been predicting for ordering parts, for trying to stack crews, for trying to work overtime. We have 2 ways of covering our shifts. We cover them with some overtime, as much as we can, you know, to also keep our people safe. But it's through contractual assistance. We have contractors out there that are under contract with us, and we can give some of our work to them, which helps supplement our workforce. We do that because in the summer we wouldn't need as many crews, but in the winter when we do, we'd rather supplement them in that manner.
So you're not overwhelmed at this point with the number of calls, or is there a point where it might reach that?
You don't know. We don't know. It'd be tough to predict. I think at this point, the calls we're receiving into our call center have probably tripled in the last couple of weeks. We've gotten today alone about 114 calls from midnight. We would normally get 50 to 60 all day. So, you know, but then a lot of the calls are, we've got a main league, 9 people call on it. Whereas in the summer, nobody calls on it, you get 1 call. So until we send an investigator out, until they prioritize them, we actually don't turn them over to our pipe repair crews as exactly what they are. Our investigators look at them first. Our supervisor and our, you know, assistant chiefs all have been out in trucks and looking at jobs. Everybody, it's all hands on deck.
Any other advice for homeowners or business owners or anything right now?
Well, the biggest thing is to, as Alex said, make sure that any of the areas that feel cold to you, and there are is piping in that area, they make tape that's electrical, they make insulation that clips over the top of it. We put a bunch of this on our website for people to just go and look. So over the years, we've kind of figured it out. We find windows are cracked open just this much, and that's where the meter is, and that's where the meters burst. In Cleveland, in a lot of the older communities, the meters are under the basements or under the front porches, and that's a big thing to try to get a heater in there, especially this year.
And then the number people should call is that 24-hour
Yes.
emergency number?
Yeah, it's 664-3060.
I think you said earlier there were 15 working water main breaks right now.
Right now, we got 15 crews on water main breaks.
On water main breaks. How many people are affected right now?
If the mains are off, normally what happens is the mains are leaking, when they call in, we prioritize them, or we may send an investigator to what's called throttle them down. So they're not blowing water main leaks. They throttle them down, they turn the valves down, which causes them to, that goes down, your residual pressure inside your house may go down some, but you can function until you can get to the other ones around you.
Most water main breaks typically are on a block, you know, from one intersection to another as far as the area that's shut down. And you could get maybe 30 to 50 homes that would be out of water while it's being repaired, typically.
We were at the West 82nd and Elmira intersection earlier. Do you have any update on that one?
Elmira?
Elmira?
Yeah, in my book, before we walked out of here, it was a 3 to 5 hour job. They started on it approximately 2.5 hours ago. So we have a computerized system, a new work management system that constantly updates. So as the crews are working, they call it in or they go on their tablets now, which is new for us. They go on their tablets and they take pictures and they punch things in and they can send them directly to us, and in real time we can go over and know kind of what we're doing with different jobs. So I don't know specifically about that one, but can find out in a minute.
The system is called CityWorks, and that's the new work order management system that we have in place. And it's been working out fantastic so far, in real time.
So with everything that's been going on, you consider how everything's being handled to be successful?
Yes, I do, and you know, as Kim and the commissioners outlined, this is something that we're accustomed to. This is something that we do. The distribution crews do a fantastic job. We prepare for the winters. We know that they're coming. You know, fortunately, we haven't had in the last couple 2 bad ones. However, we're always prepared. Our staffing levels are adequate. Our equipment and vehicles are adequate. They're clothed properly, and they do a fantastic job. So for us, it's just business as usual.
One of the things to keep in mind is people may see a leak running for a day or 2. It's because of the prioritization. Is there a school? Is there something in the area? Is it salt? You know, an area that it's going down a hill and could cause an accident. And they're like, well, we're getting more calls than ever, and we do prioritize them. We don't neglect them, and when they're called in, they are investigated and put into a queue. And as they come up through the queue in our work management system, we do take care of them.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.